How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth, taking place at the Vitality Stadium. So yes, the last time we played Bournemouth, then it's not really what I want to think about anymore. That was the first game I'd been really angry at for a long time. You know, I don't think last season there were many games that I got angry at. Maybe at the start of the season under Houghton, I don't know, but that game was definitely one that I'd been most angry at for a very long time. I remember just sat there in my bedroom after the full-time whistle, just sat there in silence. Like, I just did not know what to say, what to do, how to feel. I could not believe it. 2-0 up, cruising in the first half, and then second half comes on. Bournemouth have made a couple of changes, switched up the tactics, a slight adjustment really. We had no answer. We had absolutely no answer, and we ended up losing 3-2. Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. But hopefully, we're in a better position now, on the back of 2 wins, 2 clean sheets, which is really, really nice to see. In the league, that is. Obviously, we drew in the Carabao Cup and won on penalties. But in the league, Southampton away, 1-0 win. Leicester at home, 2-0 win. So hopefully we can continue the trend and have a 3-0 win today. I don't think that's going to happen. But, I'm feeling confident for this one, Bournemouth are really struggling of late. They've not had a great time of it since the World Cup. Not doing very well at all. They started off decent, to be fair. They picked up a good couple of points, doing quite well in and around the sort of period of time they beat us, and one thing and another. We were looking like the promoted side that were the kind of struggling the most. I mean, Fulham are doing really well, up in 6th at the minute. Bournemouth were doing quite well as well. They were sort of drawing games. They were sort of in around the 9th, 10th position, if I remember rightly. They've fell off massively. Gary O'Neill did a decent job when he came in, or a very good job, to be fair to him. Now he's probably in and around where you'd expect Bournemouth to be, just above the relegation zone. A team that are looking over their shoulders in terms of their recent results, recent performances, but altogether they're probably in a position now that where they expected to be, but in a position where I think we can go out there and beat them. They've really struggled since the World Cup, and they've got a couple of injuries and not really been firing in terms of goals and one thing and another. So, they're not in a good position, whereas on the other hand, we are. Like I say, on the back of 2 wins, full of confidence. Johnson, he scored twice in the last game, so he'll be feeling really, really good about himself and feeling that he can get himself on the score sheet again. Gibbs White looked really, really good against Leicester also. So it's looking good, It's looking quite positive. And I'm feeling that we can go out there and get our second win away from home of the season and back-to-back away wins, which would be lovely. I'd love another clean sheet as well. Obviously, Dean Henderson is out, so that's a little bit of a blow. But again, Wayne Hennessy, he's not a bad goalkeeper. Let's have that said. I know myself, I've probably not been... I've not really had that mindset recently. I think since the United match, we've kind of seen him a little bit... You've looked at Hennessy and thought, he's not really great. He's a definite downgrade on Henderson. And don't get it wrong, he probably is a downgrade on Henderson. I think Henderson's been excellent for us this season, and he's been a real asset, and he's been a massive reason as to why we've picked up some of the points we picked up. Brighton away, massive performance from him. Liverpool at home, made some big saves in that game. Even made some big saves against, some of the teams that we've played recently. Southampton didn't really have too many to make, but Wolves in the League Cup, massive, massive, massive performance from him in that one, from the penalties and everything. But Hennessy, you might think he's a downgrade because of the way he played against United, and he is a downgrade. You might think he's like a massive drop-off at the way he played against United. He wasn't great, but that's Manchester United. You look at other performances he's put in this season, he kept a clean sheet and made some good saves against Tottenham in the League Cup, so he's not bad. He played well against some of the other teams who played in the League Cup. Blackburn looked pretty decent against them. Looked fairly decent in that game against New York, not New York, America, the USA in the World Cup. So he's not a bad goalkeeper, Wayne Hennessy. And I think in a game like today, he should be good to keep a clean sheet and to make some decent saves for us today. I'm feeling confident in that regard. But yeah, for me, I'm going to go with a Nottingham Forest 2-0 win. I see Johnson continuing his scoring form, and then even the new loan signing, Chris Wood. I don't know whether he'll start or if he'll come off the bench, but I'd love to see him get involved. He's a different style of striker to kind of what we would have had with a one-year injury. We were kind of playing that more false nine situation with Gibbs White dropping deep like we saw against Leicester. But with Chris Wood, he's a lot of a bit of a target man, a hold-up striker, likes to be physical and get himself involved. So hopefully we can get the balls into the box. Lodi and Aurier getting up high, whipping balls in, and that we can see him, knock one in with his hand or with his leg. I don't care how he scores, as long as he fires the back of the net. That'll do me absolutely fine. So if I'm going to go through our lineup, then I'm going to go in goal Wayne Hennessy, a back four of Aurier, Lodi, Worrell, and Bolly's out, and so is Niakate. Niakate is coming back to fitness very soon, as we've heard from reports, but I would go with McKenna. He has struggled a little bit this season, to be fair to him, but looked quite good against Leicester, so you would put him in there, I think, over Steve Cook for me. Midfield 3, then you go Yates if he's fit. I know he did come off against Leicester. I'm not sure on his situation. If he's fit, I'd go with him. Then I'd probably go with Freuler. Definitely gets in there for me. But then I'm thinking, do we put Freuler sort of on the left and have Danilo in between them? I'd love to see Danilo start today, but I'm not sure if he's really ready yet. And do we break up a winning midfield of Yates, Freuler, and Mangala? If Yates isn't fit, stick Danilo in that midfield regardless. If Yates is fit, I wouldn't mind Mangala or Danilo. Let's say that. I'd love to see Danilo and see what he can offer, but I wouldn't be disappointed if he's on the bench, for example, and maybe you see someone like Mangala start in the attacking midfield role. Then I think if we start Wood, then I'll play Gibbs White in behind. If we don't start Wood, I'll play Gibbs White up front and have Scarpa in behind. And then Johnson as well up front. So yeah, confident about this one. Bournemouth aren't doing very well at all recently, and I feel like we can sort of add to that and go out there and get another 3 points. That'll be massive if we do. 3 wins on the bounce in the Premier League is huge. It feels so nice that we're in a positive moment at the minute. We've had moments where you look at that period last season where we played Bournemouth, Fulham and Leicester. I was thinking, my goodness, we're down. We're actually down already. We just got to try and get more points in Derby and see what happens. But now we're 13th in the league, 5 points clear the drop, 20 points in the bag. You can't complain. And it's lovely. I love it so much to be in this situation. But yeah, I'm going to go 2 Nottingham Forest, goals from Johnson and Chris Wood. But let us know down below in the comment section what you think the score's going to be, who you think's going to start, and all that good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already to Talk Forest TV, and thank you for watching. Come on, you Reds.